NBC10 News starts now.
We start tonight in Wilmington, where Hunter Biden has been found guilty on all 3 charges against him in his federal gun trial. The jury reached the verdict after only 3 hours of deliberation. Thank you for joining us. I'm Fred Shropshire.
I'm Jacqueline London. The president's son is guilty of charges tied to the possession of a gun while using drugs. The prosecutor in the case says the verdict shows that no one is above the law.
Everyone must be accountable for their actions, even this defendant.
A short time ago, President Biden arrived in Wilmington. Hunter Biden was there to greet him. Following the verdict, Hunter Biden thanked his family for their support. NBC10's Lauren Make has been covering this case and was in the courtroom today. Lauren, you were right there. What were those moments like when that verdict was read?
Yeah, Jacqueline, things happened fairly quickly this morning. I was on the other side of the gallery from where Hunter Biden was sitting at the defense table while those 3 guilty verdicts came down and were read out loud. We did not see any emotion from him, but afterward he stood up, he smiled, he hugged his attorney, Abby Lowell, and he turned around then as he was leaving the courtroom and kissed his wife, Melissa, before they left the courtroom. Then, as he left the courthouse behind me, walking hand in hand with his wife and the First Lady.
No one in this country is above the law.
In the hours after jurors found Hunter Biden guilty of 3 felony charges, special counsel David Weiss reacting and saying while the testimony addressed addiction, the case was about more than that.
This case was about the illegal choices defendant made while in the throes of addiction, his choice to lie on a government form when he bought a gun, and the choice to then possess that gun. It was these choices and the combination of guns and drugs that made his conduct dangerous.
The special counsel did not take questions today, citing the work still left to be done by his office. Hunter Biden is facing a trial on tax charges in California in September. A plea deal on those charges and an agreement on the gun charges could have avoided both trials, but fell apart in court last year.
Looking back on it, obviously it would have been a better decision to maybe getting a meeting of the minds to make sure that that plea deal went through. You take your chances at trial. Didn't work out. Now you have to go to sentencing, and you're hoping that you still can end up something favorable in sentencing.
NBC10 legal analyst Enrique Latoison is an attorney not affiliated with this case, which ended in guilty verdicts on all 3 charges after about 3 hours of deliberations over 2 days. What does that tell you?
It says that the evidence against him was pretty overwhelming.
The president's son was found guilty on 2 charges related to how he filled out a form that asked about drug use and addiction when he bought a gun, and 1 count of possessing that gun while addicted to or using drugs. The president today releasing a statement after the verdict saying in part, quote, "Jill and I love our son and we are so proud of the man he is today." Then later saying, quote, "I will accept the outcome of this case and will continue to respect the judicial process as Hunter considers an appeal," end quote. Late this afternoon, President Biden with his arm around his son as he arrived in Wilmington, a late addition to his schedule. Hunter Biden, his wife Melissa, and young son Beau on the tarmac to greet him. Hunter Biden releasing a statement shortly after the verdict today saying, quote, "I am more grateful today for the love and support I experienced this last week from Melissa, my family, my friends, and my community than I am disappointed by the outcome. Recovery is possible by the grace of God, and I am blessed to experience that gift one day at a time." And Hunter Biden's attorney, Abby Lowell, also released a statement after the verdict today saying that they are naturally disappointed by the outcome, but that they respect the process and will continue to pursue legal challenges available. Live in Wilmington, I'm Lauren Make, NBC10 News.